have to repeat and water remembers. We're going to sing the last three things at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
Wait, so we'll sing the song, Water Ceremony,
I'll keep playing.
and we'll stay up here?
Awesome. And then at the end of it, I'll bring them back in.
To sing the last 3 times.
Well, I mean, if anything, it's getting longer, but I made it so it's out of my face now.
Hey,
Unitarian Universalist Church, building community, inspiring growth, creating change. Here in the heart of Kansas City, we come together to create this hour of shared reflection so that we might be renewed in courage for these times and inspired to lives of greater dignity, higher purpose, deeper generosity, and more effective action. May the words and music and images that we offer today nourish our best selves, calling forth abundant wisdom and love, a love that has the power to overcome both loneliness in the heart and oppression in the world. Welcome to our service.
Arise, O souls, arise.
Good morning. I'm Don Dickey, a member of All Souls. It's my privilege to welcome you here on a day where the high is only expected to be 91 and the Chiefs are playing at home. Whether you're here in the room or watching online, we are glad you're here. Your presence enriches all of us and our time together. We are a Unitarian Universalist congregation. Our tradition is a large tent with room for many beliefs and approaches to the questions that matter. It is our values of inclusion, compassion, and justice that hold us together. We seek to build the beloved community, making room for everyone and creating a world where everyone's needs are met. You may be new here this morning. Welcome. We know that your first time attending a church, you may want to keep a low profile and just check things out quietly. That's great. We are glad you're here. And if you are a visitor and excited to be here, and to let us all know that you are, we invite you to raise your hand at this time. We have some visitors who are glad to be here. Welcome. Thank you for enriching all of us with your presence today. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. Whether you come with laughter in your heart or tears, you are welcome here. You are invited to join us with an open mind, a loving heart, and willing hands. We welcome you here today.
as you are able.
We gather from near or far, from summer days,
Traveling, at home, working, resting, playing,
gardening, grilling, and dancing.
And here, let us focus on being.
let us be together in stillness, in celebration, in song.
Together.
We are returned to this church community.
Welcome back from summer. There was a common practice in Unitarian and Universalist churches until much more recently of taking the summers off. Some congregations simply didn't have services. Others held services, but they were all led by members of the congregation or maybe a summer minister. The beloved longtime minister of All Souls, Raymond Bragg, from the middle of the 20th century, is said to have summered in Kansas City exactly once. And his next 20 years here, he went somewhere cooler for the hottest months. And so, with the long tradition of church not quite being regular church during the summer, another tradition arose of having a special service in early fall to welcome everyone back to church. Most Unitarian Universalist churches hold this, an ingathering service. And then beginning in the later 1980s, the tradition spread to mark this occasion with a water ceremony, the ritual of bringing our singular waters back together into the larger water, which is our church. We mark our togetherness.
Our children and teens will stay with us during the service so that we can all participate in this moment of returning. We seek to embrace the togetherness, connect with one another, and live into the moment of needing one another as much as ever.
Like the waters flow from the highest peaks into the lowest valleys and finally to the sea, we come together, a community to which all of us belong. If you will, please rise as you are able and join me in the affirmation of our covenant, and then remain standing as we join together in song. Together we affirm,
Goodwill is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace,
to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. We have a new resource that's given to us by the UUA. They've been working very hard on it, and we will be able to add some new hymns to our repertoire, and we're excited about that. So we can access this, and if you ever want to have access to it, you can ask me, and I can get it to you. It's online only, so it's not a book that sits in the back of the room and gathers dust, and you know, we don't use those anymore, so we use the screen. So it's helpful for us because it has all the lyrics spelled out, and it's easiest for us to copy the lyrics to put on the screen. And there are permissions already granted to put them online, so we don't have to worry about breaking the law either. So we're going to sing this morning Sherry Woodbury's Coming Home, and you'll see that you get the notes. And we're going to take the optional repeat at the end. We're going to sing it 3 times, and the choir can do it once. Or if you're reading music and you feel solid about it, let's come on in. So we'll do this 3 times through, and it goes like this.
Here we go. All right, it's You Belong Here. Here we go. The stars belong in the deep night sky, and the moon belongs there too. And the winds belong in each place they blow by. And I belong here with you. The whales and the fishes belong in the sea, and the waves belong by the shore. And the dunes where the grasses belong to be, because grasses are what dunes are for. And the trees belong in the wild wood, and the deer belong in their shade, and the birds belong so safe and good and warm in the nests they've made. And you belong where you love to be, and after each day is through, you will always belong right next to me, and I'll belong next to you. The frogs and the lilies belong in the lake, where the water is silver and clear. And the turtles belong in the homes that they make in the sand, where the water is near. And the otters belong by the banks of the stream, and the cattails belong there too. And the carp belong where the water runs green, and the shadows all run blue. And you belong right here, where you're home, and where I hold you close. Of all the wonders I've ever known, you're the ones I loved the most. The hair belongs in the desert air, where the rocks are red and gold. And those rocks belong with the comets out there, which flash bright when the night turns cold. And the foxes belong in the high canyon hills, and the sage there belongs in the sun. And the lizards belong in the light, sitting still until they are ready to run. The crickets belong in the old stone wall, and the bees belong in the clover. Just as winter belongs in its place after fall, before the new year starts over. And you are a dream that the world once dreamt, and now you are part of its song. That's why you are here, in the place where you're meant, for this is right where you belong. The pines belong on the mountainsides, tucked under their blankets of snow, and the bears belong in the caves where they hide, wherever the storms start to blow. Some creatures were made for the land or the air, and others were made for the sea. Each creature is perfectly home right there in the place it belongs to be. And no matter what places you travel to, what wonders you chose to see, I will always belong right here with you, and you'll always belong with me. And now our story is told. You can go back to your seats.
Hello, my name is Jonda Boyce. I'm a member of this congregation, and I join a very large number of other All Soulers each week as part of the Hunger Outreach Team, or HOT. Many of us have specialties. Some rescue food throughout the region, some cook the food, some shop for us, some serve the food to the food insecure people that we're cooking for. Some provide administrative support and organizing. Some make sandwiches here on Thursdays or at home in their own time. Some donate to HOT because they cannot physically do the work. Some people do one or more of these tasks, and then they go to the serving spot in the downtown park and they spread love and acceptance to the people that are gathered there, and they pick up the stray trash afterwards. As Mark posted this week, we left the park cleaner than we found it yesterday. Some wash the dishes, sweep and secure conover, take out the recycling and the trash. It's a huge operation. It has to be seen to be believed honestly. It takes so many people. And All Souls is well known as a place of love and welcome and generosity as a result of these efforts. We rescue a lot of food each week, but there's still more to buy. We mix up drink mix with water and ice from our own kitchen, but we also need to provide bottled water and a sack of food for the next meal on their own that they take with them. The serving items and the drinks and the food cost money. We haven't had a formal budget for all of this, but we're working on that, and we're asking you today to help us jumpstart a fund so that we can budget appropriately. Many of you have been giving for years. It's not that we haven't had contributions. We certainly have had wonderful contributions of cash over the years and of time and effort and love. But we're just looking to try to establish something, and this is our once-a-year chance to have the plate. Oh, and some of us fundraise as part of our passion for this project. We're out fundraising every Sunday out in the lobby. There's a table and we have goodies. And if you want a dessert pack like we give to the people in their take-home bag that they have for the next day, we will give you a dessert pack for a contribution. $20, suggest a donation for that. And as a reminder, and for those who don't know, there's a beautiful setup of coffee and tea that is in the back of Conover that you can take home and use, which is really more valuable now than it was when we started that. And there's a donation box there as well, but if you put something in the plate today or you see us on a Sunday at the table and give us money, just go back to Conover, get some coffee and tea for yourself. We definitely want that to be out in the world instead of in the landfill. It was rescued. So Terry, Jean, and I are doing fundraising in that way. Diane and Sharon are providing 2 Sunday Plus lunches yet this year in 2025. So we definitely are trying to ramp up our efforts to be visible to you. We welcome you to join us. We certainly welcome you to do some part of that work that I described or talk to one of us about what you might want to do. Today we're asking for you to contribute through the offering plate, and we're really grateful to have that opportunity. The offering will now be gratefully received.
In my haste to talk about our new hymn book resource, I forgot to say 2 things. Thank you to this giant choir that's back after the summer. I am so excited. It's so wonderful to have this group. We're excited to start working together every Monday night at 5:30. Shameless plug. And I also forgot to say welcome to my good friend Sam Weissman, who's here playing drums with us today. So please welcome Sam.
We are wise, we
choir. That is the most up-tempo and joyful offertory I've ever heard. Please join me in the dedication of the offering. We dedicate our offerings and our actions to the mission at the heart of this congregation, to build a respectful, caring community, to inspire personal and spiritual growth, and to create change toward a just and compassionate society.
You belong. Whether you have been a part of this congregation since the 1950s, or walked into our doors, or are watching for the first time this morning, you belong. Now, belonging is a complicated thing. The moment you draw the circle of belonging, you also delineate that which does not belong. Because we are this, we are not that. And those who are that are not part of this. And goodness knows, this is human nature. Our minds work to create categories that help us make sense out of everything going on around us. And so, for children, there are the parents or the direct caregivers, and to quote a television show from decades ago, everyone else is not the mama. Not the mama. It becomes family and family friends and teachers, and then on the other side, stranger danger. It becomes chief fans and everyone else. There's the in group at school, people who are like us, and then that extends in all sorts of ways that we may or may not realize. So of course, we do this. There is safety among those who are familiar and trusted. And anything outside of that category could pose a threat. And we know that belonging and not belonging have been used forever and continue to be used to hurt people who are not deemed as being in. I was the odd one out growing up, always the last pick to be on a team in gym class, sitting alone during lunch, picked on. Although the worst that ever happened to me was someone put chewed gum at the roots and the center of my hair while we were changing classes in middle school. But I knew I was on the outside. And then right now, for those of you who are growing up, whether you've begun your formal teaching or not, your world is built to make it very clear who does and does not belong. And while I can see this has been true forever, social media and the politics of our nation are making it so much more clear than it was when I was growing up. And so I will name political violence as an offshoot of what happens when the idea of who does and does not belong goes to extremes. And we have seen too much violence this week in this nation. I will not go into details because we have our children with us. There's too much dividing out of who counts as an American and who must be deported, who is and is not a criminal. And in the face of such division, in the face of violence, we come together here to remind ourselves that our circle of belonging does not end at these walls. To remind ourselves that while we find sanctuary among like-minded people, which is necessary right now, we also extend outward with our love. We constantly widen the circle. This work is not easy. The divisions are real, and I know that people in this room and online right now have felt direct threat from being othered by society or the government. And we will remain strong with one another, though. We will love one another and expand that love into whatever pluralities we might. Let us be a people of love. Let our sense of belonging be the one that embraces as many as we can.
Here we go. We are each a part of the greater waters. Our stream is this church, and the river of our greater community. And the ocean, that is the world. The parts merge, split, and merge again, and the waters continue flowing, always one with the other.
So let us create our stream. Under your chair, there should be a wooden ring, and if there isn't one under your chair, find one near you. We got real busy putting stuff under your chairs today. So this ring is yours. This ring is yours to hold. For while the waters of life move us around and push us, they push against us, we all need something to hold on to. So your ring is your very self. What makes you, you, that is and always will be yours. It is always yours to hold.
There are ribbons under your chair. Choose one, hold it, and feel its texture. Is it silky? Is it rough? Think about something in your life that feels like that ribbon. An experience, an item, a place. Choose one word to describe what you thought of. And then give it to someone near you. Tell them your one word. Everyone should give and receive one ribbon and one word. I like that one. Don't have one to give you.
Okay. So now choose another ribbon. You actually only have two. I'd written it for 3, but we ran out of ribbons. So with this ribbon, look at its color and its appearance, or consider how it feels. Is it shiny? Is the color deep or light? And think about something in your life that relates to how you experience this ribbon. Choose one word to describe what you thought of, and then give it to someone different who is near you, and let them tell you their one word. Hey, I've heard a lot more than one word, so I'm glad you're connecting with one another. So you should have 2 ribbons and your ring. And I invite you to tie the ribbons onto your ring however you want. Could be a knot with 2 ends hanging, a knot with 1 long strip, a big circle. This is your connection to our greater stream, because the ribbons you have that you're connecting to yourself are from the rest of our community. This is all of us connected to and through one another with your ribbons and your ring.
Give it a second. Are we getting there? All right, now I'd like you to hold up your ribbons and your ring so we can all see our stream together. And feel free to dance with your ribbons while the choir sings "Draw the Circle Wide."
Now
told you before, every year around this time, most Unitarian Universalist congregations share in a water ceremony, when members and friends and newcomers to the congregation pour water into a vessel together. From wherever we have been, we come together into a single community. You may have brought water with you today, either from or representing somewhere you have been over the summer, and many of you have a small jar of water that you picked up in the lobby. I invite you now to hold your water. And if you have water as a family, see if everybody in the family can touch it or pass it around. And think about a source of water that mattered to you this summer, or where your water is from. Think about water from a beloved place, from somewhere that you visited, from a pool or the hose, a stream or a river, a lake or an ocean, a bathtub or the rain. And put yourself back in that moment with that water and imagine everything you felt going into the water you hold. And before we share our water in the fountain, I invite you to turn to someone near you and tell them in just a minute about your water. Where does it come from? Why is it important to you? And then after about a minute, I'll ask Anthony to plunk on the piano to tell us to switch. Please share with each other. It's time to switch, everybody. Okay, let's wrap up the conversations. I am so glad that you seem to have enjoyed sharing with one another. We do this so that we do not need to have everyone share with everyone where their water came from, which was the tradition for many years and is why we often have had lower attendance at this service. So we are now going to invite you to the center with your water to offer it to our shared fountain. It doesn't matter which tier you pour it into, just please keep the tiers from overflowing. There's another event here at 2. So I'd like us to kind of start at the back end of the room and then start moving forward and come through in a counterclockwise way. I'm hoping that if we're all moving counterclockwise, that maybe we will not collide as much as we might otherwise. So please come forth and mingle your waters with our church's waters.
Cycles of life, blessing and strife, and the water remembers, shower and snow, blessing
I add this bit of water for everyone who is a part of our congregation, who is online or could not be with us this morning. Another bit of water for everyone who was once or may someday be a part of our congregation. And one final bit of water for the wider community and for the world, which through our interconnectedness also belong. This water is sacred water. It is water consecrated by our stories and our commitment to welcome. Some of this water we will save for child dedications and other blessings throughout the year, and the rest we will pour into the memorial garden, linking our present community with those who have gone before us. I invite you to now hold out a hand or two toward the water as we bless it together. This water is sacred. It is made sacred by the many hands that have poured it with intention and love, the many stories that each drop contains, the many lives surrounding it in this unique moment, connected by commitment and faith. And after each statement that Melanie or I make, please respond, "This water is sacred."
This water is sacred. May it continue to flow through this community with shining reflections of the unique gifts that flow through each of its members.
This water is sacred. May it continue to nurture this community with sustaining hope that we journey through together with the ripples of growth and change. This water is sacred.
May it continue to bless this community with loving reminders of our collective responsibility to one another and the world.
This water is sacred. May its ripples be a reminder that the changes and growth within this community bring movement and transformation to the world beyond our doors. This water is sacred.
May its purity offer grace to our community and the willingness to forgive ourselves and one another when we make, what do we make? Mistakes. This water is sacred.
We've been having some difficulties with that projector. Let me just find it in my script. There's mistakes. Okay. In moments when we are confused or uncertain, may it bring us clarity of purpose and commitment. This water is sacred.
In moments when the reservoirs of the hearts and spirits are drained by sorrow or pain, may it nourish them with the knowledge that we are surrounded by a deep and abundant love.
This water is sacred. Amen. We release this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we will carry in our hearts until we are together again. Each of us belongs here. We are here with our full and open hearts, coming into this new church year with our love. Each of us belongs here. May it be so. The search committee needs you to fill out your surveys for the next settled minister. So look in your spam folders, because it seems to have gone there, and talk to them after the service. 2, we would love to have your jars back, so please leave them on the table. Thank you. Keep them.
Hello, I'm
Hi.
Claudia.
Claudia, it's a
and I'm
pleasure to
visiting
meet you.
from Paola.
Paola, what state's that in? Ooh, I'm still